Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to the Linguistic channel. Today, as you can see on the screen, that we are going to talk about comparative and superlative adjectives. We have recently studied about adjectives. If you have not watched that video so far, please go and watch that first. Then you will be able to understand what comparative and superlative adjectives are, how they are formed, and how different they are. Like, how different is comparative from superlative, or superlative from comparative. Great. So now you see here, I have written a small definition of comparative adjectives. It's simple. From the name comparative, you can simply take out the word compare, right? Because comparative has been out of the word compare, so you take out the word compare. So we understand comparative means to compare, but compare two or more. What? Yes, it is to compare two things, right? It is to compare between two things. Compare two things. And superlative adjectives basically compare more than two things, right? Because comparative is to tell the comparison, and superlative is to tell the superior. Whatever is the most superior, there we talk about with the superlative adjectives. Right, so commonly adjectives that contain only one syllable, right? What is a syllable? Let's take out the word W-O-R-D, word. Like in Urdu or in Hindi, we do break the words. To learn English, we can simply understand the words by breaking them. Means we can learn the pronunciation by breaking them. Let me write a word for you here. Like I'm writing the word here, important, right? Now, you see here, important. Now, can you break the word? Yes, you can. You see here, I am im, then T-O-R-4, then T-N-D, tent. Important. It is a three-syllable word. Now, if you talk about the word like I have written here, old, so it's old. You cannot break it. You cannot break it like O. You cannot break with L, then D, then it's going to be useless. Like, it's just a one-syllable word, right? So, important is a three-syllable word, old is a one-syllable word, and there are many words who are with like 3, 4, even with 5 syllables, right? Let me write a word for you then, like right? It's a 4-syllable word, enthusiasm, right? Okay, so we understand that how to break the words and what syllables are, right? So the syllables with one, like the word with one syllable, or the word ending with Y, we use ER or EST to make the comparative and superlative, right? ER for comparative forms and EST for superlative forms. You see here, old, older, and the oldest. Why have I written here the? Because THE, the, or the, is specifically used to specify a word, right? So the oldest, young, younger, or the youngest, pretty, prettier, or the prettiest. You see, in comparative forms, this one is a simple form, adjective. This is a comparative degree, which is comparative adjective, and this one is a superlative degree, which is the superlative form, right? Now, here, adjectives with 2 or more syllables do not change, but instead we add more to the form comparative and the most to form superlative. We always use the when it comes to a superlative adjective, right? So examples, respectable, right? Respectable, 3-syllable, so it goes to here, more respectable, or the most respectable. Beautiful, more beautiful, or the most beautiful. Preferable, more preferable, or the most preferable. The the given examples are with the words that are with more than one syllable. Okay, so moving on to the next part. Some adjectives have different forms. They're also called irregular adjectives. Irregular doesn't mean the adjectives that do not come regularly. Of course not. Right? So these are the adjectives. They change their entire word. Right? Good into better, then the best. Bad, worse, the worst. Little, less, the least. Much or many. More, the most. Far, further, and furthest. Right? So it's going to be like this. If you do not know how to pronounce the words with TH, so you can go to my video says how to pronounce the words with TH sound, right? It's in my introduction as well, I say. So it's not further, it's furthest. Right? Further. I'm not going to teach you the entire word right now because the topic is comparative and superlative adjectives. Now, the word then typically appears in, not going to be then, it's going to be that. A typo mistake. Right, the word that typically appears in comparative adjectives are like this. So, Emmy is nastier than Betty, right? Or you can say Emmy is better than Betty. Chad is stronger than Dan. Greg is more diligent than his brother. I have more apples than he, or she likes him more than me. Now you see, these all of the sentences are of comparative adjectives because we are comparing two people right now, like Emmy and Betty. Who is better in them? We are comparing, right? Who is better? Emmy is better. Emmy is better than Betty. So we have compared and we have found out that Emmy is better than Betty. Now, what happens when it goes with superlative forms, right? Superlative degrees are typically compared by the word da, right? We use da. I've told you already. Now, here we'll talk about the first definition we studied. That says like comparative is to compare between two, and superlative is to not to compare for two only, but for more, right? We find out the best among all. Right? Suppose if I am 6 feet, my friend is 5, and the other friend is 4. So, like my Mr. A is 4, Mr. B is 5, and Mr. C is 6. So, who is taller? Obviously, Mr. B. So, Mr. B is taller than Mr. A, but Mr. C is the tallest, right? Is the tallest. Means among all these three people, Mr. C is the tallest. Now, Tom is the oldest in the town. Means nobody is older than Tom there. Then Paul is the tallest boy in the neighborhood. The shade of blue is the most beautiful color. Right? So this is how we use comparative and superlative degrees. If there is any question, any confusion, you're more than welcome to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer you. That's all from my side for the day. If you have not subscribed my YouTube channel so far, do it now so that you don't miss the videos. A lot of learning materials coming, my friends. So, see you in my next video. Till then, take good care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning, and Allah Hafiz.
For more videos, please subscribe our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon.